Okay, I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go. What are we talking about today?
When did you go to sleep last night?
Irrelevant.
Alex?
Fine. 2:30, maybe closer to 3.
And you woke up at?
6:15.
That's 3 hours and 15 minutes of sleep.
3 hours, 15 minutes plus coffee equals functional human being. I'm here, aren't I?
You have used the word irrelevant to avoid answering a question you already knew the answer to. That's not functional, that's defensive.
I feel fine.
You look like a horror movie where the twist is that you were tired the whole time.
That's dramatic.
Your eyes are doing something I've never seen eyes do.
They're open.
Barely, and at different rates.
One's always been slightly faster than the other. It's a quirk.
Can I ask you something genuinely?
You're going to regardless.
When you say, I feel fine after 3 hours of sleep, do you actually feel fine, or have you just forgotten what fine feels like?
That's a disturbing question.
It's a real one.
I mean, I feel operational, like the machine is running.
At what capacity?
Like 60%?
Is 60% fine?
It's enough.
Enough to do what?
Enough to get through the day, which is all I need.
Here's what I want to push back on. Enough to get through the day used to be the floor, the minimum, the emergency setting, not the goal.
And now it's the goal.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Huh.
How long have you been running on this kind of sleep?
Define this kind.
Under 6 hours consistently.
Months? Like, definitely months. Maybe longer if I'm honest.
Okay. And do you remember what it felt like to actually be rested? Like properly?
Yeah, I remember. It's been a while, though.
There's actually a name for what you're describing. Sleep researchers call it sleep debt. The idea that every hour of sleep you don't get, you owe to your body. And unlike financial debt, you can't just declare bankruptcy and start fresh.
You have to actually pay it back.
Your body will collect one way or another. Either you pay it in recovery sleep, or it extracts payment in other ways.
What other ways?
That's where the list gets long.
Hit me.
Cognitive function first. After 17 hours without sleep, your impairment is roughly equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.05. After 24 hours, it's closer to 0.10, legally drunk in most places.
Wait, right now, this morning, I might be cognitively driving drunk?
Cognitively, possibly.
And I drove here.
Physically driving is different from cognitive.
But the point stands.
The point stands.
I am a public safety risk, and I was not aware of this.
You're not going to believe this stat.
I say this every episode, but this time I genuinely might not.
92 million people in the United States alone are chronically sleep deprived. Not occasionally tired, chronically, structurally, as a baseline condition.
That's more than a quarter of the entire country.
And the economic cost of this, lost productivity, healthcare, accidents, runs close to 1% of GDP in some estimates.
Sleep deprivation has a GDP impact?
Billions of dollars every year because people aren't sleeping.
So the economy would literally grow if everyone just went to bed earlier.
Measurably, yes.
And nobody is talking about this as a policy issue?
Some people are. Mostly they get ignored because it doesn't fit the productivity narrative.
The productivity narrative being rest is weakness, grind is virtue.
Exactly. And that narrative is actively costing the economy money while simultaneously destroying the people inside it.
We're grinding ourselves into a loss.
Net negative, yes.
That's the most ironic possible outcome of hustle culture, and I would laugh if I wasn't so tired. Okay, here's the thing I actually want to talk about. Because it's not just the hustle stuff. It's not just people bragging about 4 hours. There's this other thing, and I think this is why I'm always up late. And I heard a term for it that immediately made me feel seen and also called out.
Revenge bedtime procrastination.
You know about this?
It's been widely documented since at least the early 2020s.
Why didn't you bring it up earlier?
I was waiting for you to.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, revenge bedtime procrastination is when you stay up late, not because you have things to do, but because it's the only time of day that feels like it belongs to you. Like your whole day was scheduled and demanded and full of other people's needs, and then finally it's midnight and you're like, this is my time. And you refuse to give it up even though you need to sleep.
Even though staying up destroys the next day, which then needs even more revenge time at night, which destroys the day after that.
It's a revenge spiral.
Punishing your future self for the life your present self is living.
And the wild part is, I know exactly what I'm doing when I do it. Like, I'm sitting there at 1 in the morning watching something I don't even care about that much, and I'm consciously aware that I should be asleep. And I do not move.
Because going to sleep feels like surrendering the last piece of the day that was yours.
Exactly. Going to sleep means tomorrow starts, and tomorrow is already full of things that aren't mine.
So you hold on to tonight a little longer.
Every single night.
And every single morning, you pay for it.
Every single morning, I pay for it.
You're not alone in this. It's one of the most common patterns researchers are seeing right now.
Which means millions of people are waging nightly revenge wars against their own future selves.
While fully understanding what they're doing.
The self-awareness makes it worse, honestly. If I didn't know, I could be surprised in the morning. But I know. I know when I'm doing it, and I do it anyway.
That's not weakness. That's a symptom of days that don't leave enough room for personhood.
Personhood. Yeah. That's the word.
Can we talk about the bragging thing, though? Because that's the part I find genuinely baffling.
The I only need 4 hours people.
Yes, the sleep is for the weak crowd. The ones who list their wake-up time in their bio like it's an achievement.
5 a.m. club.
4 a.m. club.
Some people are claiming 3.
3 is not a schedule. 3 is a medical event.
But why? Why is this a status thing?
I think it became a proxy for dedication. Like, if you're sleeping less, you must be working more. And if you're working more, you must want it more. And if you want it more, you're going to win.
Sleep deprivation as competitive advantage signaling.
Except the actual research says the opposite. Sleep-deprived people make worse decisions, are less creative, less focused, less emotionally regulated. They're not working better. They're working more while performing worse.
So the hustle flex is actively undermining the hustle.
The people bragging about 4 hours of sleep are almost certainly doing lower quality work than they would on 8. And don't realize it because sleep deprivation also impairs your ability to accurately assess your own impairment.
Wait, you can't tell you're doing bad work because the thing that would tell you is also impaired.
You lose the ability to evaluate your own performance accurately.
That is sinister. That's like you can't see the damage because the damage is in your eyes.
Essentially.
So the person saying, I'm crushing it on 4 hours, might be genuinely the last person qualified to know whether they're crushing it.
Correct.
I need to sit with that. That might be me.
It might be.
Am I crushing it?
I have observed you for the last 45 minutes, and the word crushing is not the word I would use.
What word would you use?
Ambulatory.
That just means I'm walking around.
Yes.
Okay, question. Is there any point in human history where we just slept? Like before all this? Before the hustle stuff and the screens and the revenge procrastination?
There's interesting research on this actually. Pre-industrial societies had what researchers call segmented sleep. They'd sleep a few hours, wake up in the middle of the night for an hour or two, actually be awake, have quiet time, think, sometimes talk, and then sleep again until morning.
So waking up at 3 a.m. might not be insomnia.
It might be your body doing what bodies did for thousands of years.
That's weirdly comforting.
The problem isn't necessarily the waking, it's what you do with it. Pre-industrial people used that time quietly. Now you use it to check your phone.
I use it to check my phone.
Instantly flooding your brain with light and stimulation and information at the moment it was designed to be quiet.
So I wake up at 3 a.m. and immediately make the problem worse.
Every single time.
Can we talk about coffee? Because I feel like I owe coffee an acknowledgement in this conversation.
Coffee is not a solution.
Coffee is not a solution.
Coffee blocks the receptors that tell your brain it's tired. It doesn't remove the tiredness. It hides it.
So the tiredness is still there, I just can't feel it.
Until the coffee wears off and it hits you all at once.
The afternoon crash.
The debt coming due.
I've been using coffee to hide my debt from myself.
Financial metaphors work really well for sleep.
I'm going to have to declare sleep bankruptcy.
That's not a real...
Emotionally, it is.
Emotionally, it might be. Can I tell you the one thing that people consistently say changes everything when they finally fix their sleep?
Please.
They say they didn't realize how bad they felt until they felt better. Like the baseline had dropped so slowly they didn't notice. And then one good stretch of sleep and they're like, oh, this is what existing is supposed to feel like.
You can forget what good feels like.
Completely. The degraded state becomes the new normal.
And you just accept it. You just walk around thinking, this is just what being alive feels like. Kind of gray, kind of heavy, kind of foggy.
When actually,
it's what being alive feels like when you don't sleep.
yes.
That's either the saddest thing in this whole episode or the most hopeful. I genuinely can't decide.
It's both. The sad part is that so many people are living in the gray without knowing. The hopeful part is that it can change.
How fast?
Studies show people notice real differences within a week of consistent sleep improvement, some within days.
A week.
7 days of decent sleep, the fog starts lifting.
And what counts as decent?
7 to 9 hours, for most adults, every night. Not averaged, not I'll make up for it on weekends.
Every night.
Every night.
That feels like a lot.
It's a third of your life.
A third.
Evolution allocated a third of your existence to recovery. That's not inefficiency. That's the system working.
We've been fighting the system.
And losing.
Every morning at 6:15.
Every morning.
I'm going to sleep tonight. Like, actually sleep. At a normal hour.
What time?
11. 11 o'clock. Lights out.
What time do you usually go to sleep?
You know what time.
I know what time. I want you to say it.
2:30.
So you're moving bedtime up 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours of extra sleep.
That's ambitious for night one.
You don't believe in me.
I believe you'll make it to midnight. Then something will catch your attention.
Something will not catch my attention.
It'll be a video, or a thought, or a thing you suddenly need to look up.
It won't be.
Just one more thing. That's all it takes.
I will be asleep at 11 o'clock tonight.
Text me when you wake up.
I'll text you at 7 a.m. Rested, a new man.
I'll be awake. I'll be waiting.
Why will you be awake? Iron.
No comment.
You also don't sleep.
This segment is over.
The whole episode and you.
Goodbye.
Iron.